is up, everybody? Whew. What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing? How's your week going? This week, I want to address something that I've been seeing a lot with people that I've met, will get in my car and will ride with me, and that's excuses. People have asked me how I can, Lori, I see you're doing Lyft, you're, walking on faith, you're doing all these things, and people just think that it is so easy. And I'm here to tell you, my life is challenging. I have different things that come up, but I continue to keep God first. I continue to walk in faith and trust Him. Honestly, guys, there's been so many times where I could have been like, okay, this is too hard, or today's rides weren't as popping, or, I don't know if I really want to write this book because I'm just not feeling it today. I could have had so many excuses to not do what God called me to do. But here's the thing, if I wouldn't have done that, I don't know where I would be. I don't know where my family would be, and as a result, some people who might have been blessed by me, by my story, by just me in general or anything like that, they might not have gotten that blessing had I not paid attention and had I not found an excuse for everything. When I was younger, I would come up with every excuse in the book as to why I couldn't do it. God literally gave us a gift. He gave us a blessing, and it's called our purpose. The thing that we're supposed to be doing in life, the reason that we're here, it's a gift. It's so beautiful once you start tapping into it and start walking in it. But yet we have so many excuses as to why we won't do it. What is it that you can do to shift your mentality and move into what God has called you to do? And I realized the first thing that we can do, which is the hardest, but yet one of the quickest and easiest ways to start walking and trusting God, is to let go of the excuses. Stop finding different ways to go against what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Our excuses are what fears say. Our excuses are nothing but fear. We're afraid of being able to walk in purpose. We're afraid of the negativity that might come from, us doing well and walking in our purpose. Some people might see us and they might get jealous, and say, oh, well, he or she's doing such and such. Who do they think they are? Because they're not doing what they would love to do or what God has called them to do, we're fearful of failing. How many times have you wanted to do something but you didn't because you were afraid that you were going to be bad at it, or it was going to fail and it wasn't going to last, so you just didn't do it? It's sad that so many people that you meet are just walking around and not doing something because they're afraid. There's so many people that could be blessed from what you have, and you just literally don't know until you try. Move those excuses to the side. Who's going to speak first, faith or fear? While I was reading Psalms, I ran across Psalms 46. And it talks about God being our refuge and our strength. And the part that really stood out to me was the fact that he says he's a very present help. Like, that present part is such an amazing word right there. We quote that scripture all the time and we say, God is a very present help and this and this and this. But do you really know that he's very present? Like, it's not just one thing to say, yeah, I'm right here next to you, I'm present, but very present. Like, he literally sitting on your shoulder right here. So it's like the moments that you become fearful, just realize that God is right there next to you. We're afraid because we're scared of something. We don't want to be by ourselves. There's something that is causing us to be fearful and causing us to be hindered and complacent in whatever it is that we're stuck in. And those fears and that scared mentality causes us to be complacent, and eventually, because we made up so many excuses in our minds and we're so afraid, we're just stuck, and we get stuck in a constant cycle of moving and moving and moving and moving. We're not going anywhere but in a circle. And God is saying, if you would be bold enough to trust me and realize that I'm your strength, I'm your refuge, I'm that safe haven that you can stay safe in, and trust me to know that I'm going to get you out of where you are and push you where you need to go. I'm a very present help, meaning I'm not just going to direct you, I'm going to be walking with you. Everybody that's in your life isn't meant to walk the journey. Some of those people are for a season. Some are to teach you, who you are, or to teach you who you shouldn't be. Some people are there to uplift you, and then you'll have some people who are going to be there the whole time. It's about relying on God. It's about making a conscious decision to choose faith over fear. I've heard so many excuses, but none of them are valid. I've got kids, I got this job that I don't like. So what? None of it. What does that mean? It's choosing and having and building a mentality of choosing faith over fear. Like having faith that it's going to happen. Not while it's happening, but the whole process of having faith that whatever it is that God has called me to do, whatever I'm supposed to be doing in my life, I'm going to choose faith and have faith that it's going to get done, and I'm not going to be by myself, and God's going to be a very present help in my life. Or I'm going to be fearful and have 12,000 excuses as to the reason why I can't do it. It only takes God. You know, when I was contemplating quitting my job, I talked to my husband. He's like, I feel like you won't be able to fully do what God has called you to do if you don't let go of the thing that you're finding security in. You know, let go of the excuses that you're holding as to why you can't finish the book. And he was like, I think you need to move all the distractions out the way, move everything that could cause you to have an excuse, push it out the way. You know, don't let your fears, speak over the faith and speak over the direction that he's called you to walk towards. And so we discussed it, and I chose to do like Peter and just get out of the boat. Peter walks on water. He walks on water. That's impossible. But so is our faith and our purpose. A lot of it's not possible, but he let go of all the excuses as the reason why. And I was holding on to that job because I thought it was going to bring security for me. Nothing about the life that God called you to is going to be easy. It takes a lot of pressure to be applied. But that pressure is exposing who you're becoming. It's showing you what level of maturity God is pushing you into. You're going to have to be an elevated version of who you are today. And those excuses, they don't have any room for where he's going to take you. And I just challenge you today that if there are excuses in your life, there's things that you have been saying, if we just take all of those excuses, just put them in a bag and give that to God and say, here's everything. Here are my excuses. Here are the reasons that I'm afraid. Help me to trust you. Help me to walk the way that you would want me to walk. Help me to do the things that you would want me to do, and get rid of all the excuses that your fears are telling you, and allow faith to take over and really trust God. The blessings that he has for you are going to be so great, but the best part about it is they're not even going to be for you. You're going to be blessed in the overflow because of it, the abundance of it all. But there's somebody right now that needs a blessing, and it's supposed to come from you, but it's not going to come from you because you're giving too many excuses. So today I just encourage you to move out of your own way so that those excuses can fall to the wayside, fear can step over to the side, and faith can take over, and you can change somebody's life by you walking in your purpose. If this has been encouraging to you, I hope that you will share this with somebody. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Peace.